One Zambia, One Nation. A warm welcome to Zanis News with me, Sarah Miti. Top stories in the news. Zambia Correctional Service flags off sale of Millie Mill. Hailstorm destroys infrastructure in Kabwe. Kalabo Council disburses over 3 million kwacha CDF loan. And Pulungu DC happy with FISIP distribution. Zanis News in detail. The Zambia Correctional Service, in partnership with Dariaye Milling Company, has flagged off the sale of Kalonga Millie Mill brand in Lusaka. The Millie Mill will be sold at 220 kwacha for a 25-kilogram bag of breakfast meal and 190 kwacha for roller meal. Audrey Kalenga reports that Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security, Jack Mwimbu, says the Millie Mill will help stabilize the prices of the country's staple food.
The Zambia Correctional Service, in partnership with Dariaye Milling Company, has today flagged off the sale and distribution of Kalonga Millie Mill brand in Lusaka. Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security Jack Mwimbu says the development is a testimony of government's commitment to providing the country's staple food at an affordable price for Zambians.
The flagging off of the sale of cheaper Millie Mill to the residents of Lusaka could not have come at a better time than this. This is a clear testimony and demonstration of government's resolve to address and mitigate the exorbitant cost of Millie Mill price on the market. The Commissioner General and invited guests, in honoring the UPND's campaign promise of keeping the prices of essential commodities within reach of its citizens, government engaged the Zambia Correctional Service and the Zambia National Service to mitigate the escalating prices. In doing so, the wholesale price for a 25-kilogram bag of breakfast meal will sell at 210 kwacha and retail at 220. Any other dealers will sell the Millie Mill at 195 kwacha and 230 kwacha for a 25-kilogram bag of roller meal and breakfast meal, respectively.
And Zambia Correctional Service Commissioner General Frederick Chilukutu says this gesture by the Defense and Security Wings to expand the production of Millie Mill at a larger scale for consumption will also help the country expand its economy through agriculture production and value addition.
That we as Correctional Service have already embarked on the early planting of maize, which is the only sure way to overcome our present challenge. We want to join the voice of government calling on all citizens to embark on massive production of maize in the farming season 2023-2024 and beyond, so that the country can attain the 10 million metric tons target.
Dariaye Milling Company Sales and Marketing Manager Philip Mzala says the milling plant has a capacity of producing 700 metric tons of Millie Mill per day, adding that the company will be able to meet the high demand for the commodity.
Mr. Sir, our current plant installed capacity per day is 700 metric tons. I said 700 metric tons, and able to produce 20,300 by 25 kilograms pure white breakfast Millie Mill, and 3,200 by 25 kilograms roller meal, that is per day.
The Kalonga Millie Mill will be fetching at 220 kwacha for a 25 kg bag of breakfast and 190 kwacha for roller meal. Audrey Kalenga, Zanis News, Lusaka.
And Amizo Mine, a large-scale manganese mine in Mansa district, has designed a sophisticated irrigation system that utilizes chemical-free water from its mining pits. Company manager Morgan Namwindwa says the mining company is reusing groundwater from the mining pits for irrigation. Godfrey Chikumbi has more in this report.
Amizo manganese mine in Mansa district is proving that responsible mining and environmental protection can go hand in hand. In an area where illegal mining is sometimes a challenge and environmental protection not a priority, Amizo mine has taken a bold step by not releasing water effluent into the nearby Mashimba stream, preserving this vital fresh water source for the local ecosystem. But what happens to the water from the mining pits? Amizo mine has turned this potential environmental challenge into a sustainable solution. The chemical-free water is repurposed and reused for irrigation on the mine farm, which boasts a vast banana plantation, tomatoes and various vegetables.
From this sump, this water is redirected into the fields where it's used for the purpose of irrigation. As you can see, the bananas that we have, we also even have gardens and other crops growing behind this side. This water is safe. I would say very safe actually, because we do not put in any chemicals. It's just natural groundwater, just pumped, shifted from one point to another. We undertake monthly water testing, so the results are very much positive. In this state, this water, the only way we cannot maybe drink it is just because maybe the suspended solids haven't yet settled. Otherwise, the water itself, in terms of quality for dissolved solvents, it's very, very fine and safe for domestic use.
Leading the charge in this commitment is General Manager Abdul Diallo. Mr. Diallo discusses how Amizo mine is not just prioritizing environmental protection, but also embracing corporate social responsibility.
We first started with developing the road. Next, our target was also to renovate the schools. The next one is to sink boreholes and renovate the existing boreholes that we have in the community. So as you know, corporate social responsibility, we're doing it in phases. Right now, as we are speaking, we are renovating the school. We have sponsored the Mansa Wanderers football team. So this, as we are saying, in this short period, we are trying to do as much as we can for corporate social responsibility.
As Amizo manganese mine demonstrates its dedication to environmental protection and sustainable practices, it's evident that they are shaping a model for responsible mining. For Zanis TV, Godfrey Chikumbi reporting in.
Meanwhile, a leading Malaysian state-owned property developer, Selangor State Development Corporation, has offered to help Zambia in the construction of low-cost houses aimed at improving the lives of people. Company Chief Executive Officer Mahmoud Abbas says the institution is ready to offer technical support to Zambia in the construction sector. Mr. Abbas said this when Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development Charles Milupi visited the company's headquarters in Malaysia to appreciate the strides made in the construction sector. Kalan Muchima is in Malaysia and brought us this report.
Zambia is currently facing a housing deficit of about 1.5 million housing units. This figure is expected to double by 2030 if measures are not quickly put in place. This is why the Zambian government has continued to initiate initiatives focused on economic growth and infrastructure development. While in Malaysia, Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development Minister Charles Milupi paid a visit to Selangor, a Malaysian leading state-owned property developer, which plays a crucial role in the Malaysian government's developmental agenda by undertaking various projects related to housing, commercial development, industrial zones and infrastructure.
It is my sincere hope that with your experience and lessons that you shall share with us, we can pursue our infrastructure development agenda with added vigor and focus.
Selangor Chief Executive Officer Mahmoud Abbas said his institution is more than willing to help Zambia in actualizing her ambitious programs aimed at bettering the lives of citizens.
The reason is to develop, to bring a better life for the people. But bringing a better life through our own survival and sustainability. We are here to assist, and maybe to provide solutions for some of the issues that you might have.
Later, the minister participated in the pre-International Construction Week sessions, where he addressed the delegates, as well as participated in panel discussions looking at Zambia's implementation of sustainable public-private partnership model, a case for infrastructure development in a situation of constrained fiscal conditions.
Public-private partnerships are a smart and sure way of delivering sustainable infrastructure projects. And to further support private sector participation, as well as reduce government bureaucracy in the identification, development, and procurement of public-private partnership projects, our government has instituted major policy and legislative reforms. We are currently carrying out major amendments to the public-private partnership law to support government's infrastructure development agenda.
Mr. Milupi is in Malaysia to participate in the International Construction Week, which is expected to officially open on the 16th of November 2023, under the theme, Leading Environmental, Social and Governance in Construction. Kalan Muchima, reporting for Zanis, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
We move to Central Province, where a hailstorm has left a trail of damage to infrastructure in Kabwe's Mukobeko area. About 10 shops had their roofs ripped off, and Mishende Secondary School fence has been destroyed. School head teacher Elias Ntipa says that no child was hurt as the fence collapsed after the pupils had knocked off.
A hailstorm has left both public and private buildings in despair for mending. Mishede Secondary School head teacher Elias Ntipa says the fence that was raised down is a security concern.
On Wednesday, 8th November, between 16:30 and 17 hours, we experienced a storm in Mukobeko area, which affected our fence. About 15 panels were brought down due to the storm. It's a very big blow to us when we look at the security of our institution. The area is now very porous. That means it will be difficult for our watchmen to police effectively.
Ben Kafopi Ward Councillor Francila Mwape now shared the extent of the damage.
Some families came rushing to my place to report such matters. The following day I visited the areas. I found out that these other families who were actually affected are vulnerable. Most of them are old and most of them are widows. We struggled to help them.
Meanwhile, shop owners also added their voices. Namatama Liwanga reporting for Zanis in Kabwe, Central Province.
Now, government has announced the installation of 220 automated weather stations across the country. Minister of Green Economy and Environment, Collins Nzovu, has revealed that the installation of the weather stations is being done to enhance weather updates and prepare for climate risks and hazards. Mr. Nzovu has revealed that climate change remains problematic not only in Zambia but world over, hence the need to ensure that climate-smart measures are put in place. The minister said this in Lusaka when he graced the National Stakeholders Consultation Workshop for a framework on weather, water and climate services being spearheaded by the International Water Management Institute. Meanwhile, National Framework on Weather, Water and Climate Services Zambia lead consultant Mamadi Mabu, whose team is championing the project on climate change, indicated that strong collaboration from all sectors in Zambia is key in dealing with climate change challenges. We move to Muchinga Province, where Chinsali residents in Muchinga Province have applauded government for embarking on upgrading of the Chinsali airstrip into a mini airport. Former Chinsali Mayor Thomas Mutale says the 61 million kwacha project will greatly benefit people in the province through an effective and faster mode of transport. Henry Lumpa gives us this report.
Chinsali district continues to benefit from various infrastructure projects. government has continued to embark on new projects in other various sectors. The latest project that the district is yet to benefit is the upgrade of the Chinsali airstrip to a mini airport at a total cost of 61 million kwacha, and this development has elected residents from a cross-section of society. Former Mayor of Chinsali, Thomas Mutale, has since praised government for this move.
The rehabilitation of the airstrip in Chinsali will actually spur development in the sense that there are some few individuals who may not feel to travel 800 kilometers away from here to Lusaka. It's a very tedious journey. Once that rehabilitation of, or rather the upgrade of the airstrip takes place, you will see the benefits will be more.
And the business community has described the upgrade of the airstrip as a milestone.
If you want to order something that is urgent, you delay. So the coming up of this airport in Chinsali will help to boost the business, because we'll be doing it within a shortest period of time. We make our orders and they reach this place.
It comes with a lot of positives. You see, there is job creation, money in circulation, and us as businessmen will benefit directly and indirectly.
Meanwhile, senior residents are equally elated with this development. Recently, Muchinga Province Minister Henry Skazwe and Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Gary Nkombo confirmed that works on the airport are set to begin soon. Henry Lumpa Jr., Zanis in Chinsali, Muchinga Province.
Thank you, Henry, for that report. We continue with the news. Kalabo Town Council has disbursed a total of 3.2 million kwacha Constituency Development Fund CDF loans to 71 residents of Liuwa constituency. Town Council Secretary Kamata Pongo launched the 2023 loan disbursement for Liuwa constituency at Libonda Royal Village. Our staff at Inembewe witnessed the launch and now reports.
At least 71 people have accessed Community Development Fund CDF loans to a tune of 3.2 million kwacha in Liuwa constituency of Kalabo District in Western Province. Town Council Secretary Kamata Pongo confirms the development during the launch of the 2023 loan disbursement for Liuwa constituency that was held at Libonda Royal Village.
I want to say that we have a total of 71 beneficiaries. My appeal to the beneficiaries is that you should use the money prudently.
One of the loan beneficiaries, Edna Miapekwa of Libonda Royal Village, pledged to work hard and ensure that the loan is paid back on time. Speaking when he presented the loans to the beneficiaries, Kalabo District Commissioner Msango Njamba reiterates government's resolve to ensure that more people in rural and remote areas of the district are empowered.
If you apply, you are going to be a beneficiary. Here, there's no excuse. Unless if you don't want to be a beneficiary.
And Kalabo Natsov Bank manager Kamizia Kayombo said the monies were currently available in the bank.
As we are speaking right now, the money is ready in the bank.
Kalabo District Chairperson David Myundo said government is currently fulfilling the promises it made to the people of Liuwa and the entire district.
So we encourage those who haven't participated also to do the same, because this money is there and it will be there under the new Dawn administration.
Barosero establishment in the area pledges to continue working with government in its developmental agenda. The launch was also attended by Libonda Ward Councillor Msiale Msialela, heads of government departments, Libonda community members, respectively. Tinembeo for Zanis News, Kalabo District, Western Province.
In health news, a senior gynecologist at Choma's General Hospital has advised young women not to engage in sexual activities at an early age to reduce the chances of contracting cervical cancer. Dr. Ambrose Monga says early exposure to sexual intercourse puts women at a risk of having cervical cancer. Chimunyana Lupa caught up with the gynecologist and now reports.
Cervical cancer is said to be the #2 common cancer affecting women globally, with those of reproductive age being the most at risk. Dr. Ambrose Monga is a senior obstetrician at Choma General Hospital. He explains what women can do to reduce the chances of contracting cancer.
You prevent the HPV infection, okay? So what our advocacy are is not to have our women exposed quite early in their childhood, because that is when that part of the cervix is quite prone to infection. So early sexual intercourse is what we would discourage. We would encourage our men to either wear condoms or get circumcised so that they do not harbor the HPV virus, because they will have no symptoms, but they're actually carriers and they're actually infecting.
With the symptoms of cervical cancer taking longer to manifest, Dr. Monga advises sexually active women to undergo regular cervical cancer screening.
Actually, cervical cancer is one of the cancers that gives quite a very good big window for you to detect it and take care of it. It has a very long precancerous stage. So once the HPV virus hits and starts affecting the cells will have some minimal changes that can be detected in this screening process. The period between that and when it actually manifests as cancer is quite a long period, and most women can be captured in that period and actually helped and taken care of.
Gladly, a number of women in Choma are responding to this call, with the cervical cancer clinic at Choma General Hospital screening over 1,600 patients annually.
Our clinic has, for last year, we screened about 1,606 clients. But out of this number, 82 came out positive. 30 we referred to CDH. 52 we treated them here at the hospital.
Abamaga intoma ibana mare ya kuti berere kuti abapimwe no bantu iburwazi obwo bwabola ngufree tajijisi.
Like any cancer, if detected early, cervical cancer can be treated. Nchimunya Nalumpa, Zanis, in Choma, Southern Province.
Still in health news, government has constructed 7 health facilities using Constituency Development Fund CDF in Lufanyama district. Lufanyama Member of Parliament Ken Siachisumo disclosed this when he commissioned Henry Mukobola Rural Health Clinic constructed at a cost of over 1.5 million kwacha. Agrippa Silumbwe has more in this report.
It is among several other rural health facilities being opened to the public under the Constituency Development Fund in Lufanyama District. Henry Mukobola Clinic in Chinemu area confirms the improvement of healthcare services by government.
Together, we have constructed 7 clinics. President Vesuba Gainde Chirema Baranda Tinchire Fwaya Chakweva Tinamayo Apapila Munshira.
My office is actually committed to ensuring that we have a health staff, and that one, she came through on Saturday. As I'm speaking to you, this facility is ready to even attend to a patient that might come from now onwards.
Stakeholders have commended project implementers and urged beneficiaries to use the facilities responsibly.
So mwe na kambali ififyo kufira mavuino. Tukafira mevuino sana taonfwa nai. Tukafira mevuino chipatala amenshi ne manganda wako abesu kwa watu wakalupikele vuino kuno mukapinge na vuino. Tulivyoene poku kuba pimba utego wa pingile kia kubesi. Kusangana mairo masola tapati.
Kubula council management keti vivepo possible ififitu wakonga lero. Pakuti fino tulela bila ngakulife ensamushi impia takuli awa apafio ota tukwete awa apachabana chai na shai. Council management na mitotela.
Meanwhile, Ministry of Health has since started stocking the completed health facilities with all necessary drugs in the district. Reporting, I'm Agrippa Silumbwe.
We continue with health news, and our staffer Hemiti Hashilonde reports that Northwestern Province has recorded 51 cases of women dying during childbirth from January 2023 to date. This was revealed during the newborn care training for nurses and midwives from Maternal and Child Health Unit in Mufumbe District, being sponsored by UNICEF.
Nurses and midwives from Kalumbira and the Solwezi District have converged in Mufumbe District to undergo a training in newborn health care. The 2 districts have both recorded high cases of stillbirths, with Solwezi at 174, while Kalumbila with 54 cases respectively. The Provincial Health Office PHO has organized this training workshop to capacity build the nurses and midwives from maternal and child health unit in view of reducing cases of stillbirths and of women dying during child health.
I think it's high time we adjusted and start coaxing in modern ways of supervising labor. You shout with a lot of derogatory remarks against the woman in labor. Perhaps one of the reasons why you find our mothers are shunning our health facilities and decide to deliver back home.
Province Mutondu is acting provincial maternal and child health nursing officer.
When you use the pathograph, we will not be talking about these huge numbers we are seeing, because the pathograph, it monitors the well-being of the fetus, the well-being of the mother, progress of labor. Are we together? And you are able to see even the complications coming and you act.
Public health specialist Dr. Kizito Sampa is optimistic that the training workshop will address the gaps in maternal health.
The training has been very interactive, and we hope that this training is going to have the desired impact in terms of addressing the gaps that were identified.
Levi Muna, who is Solwezi General Hospital nurse in charge, is one of the facilitators.
The business as usual arrangement is not what is expected, but going forward with an objective. And at the end of the day, remember, today it's me, tomorrow it will be you.
Reporting for Zanis in Mufumbe District, Northwestern Province, I'm Hemit Hachilonde.
Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu has commissioned 10 Constituency Development Fund CDF projects in Chilubi District, which were undertaken at a cost of over 2.9 million kwacha. Chinungi Primary School in Chilubi is one of the learning institutions which has benefited from the infrastructure development. Here's a report from Godfrey Piri.
A 1x2 classroom block constructed using the 2022 Constituency Development Fund CDF in Kawena ward of Chilubi District. The classroom block is among the 10 projects that the local authority in Chilubi has constructed using the 2022 CDF allocation at a cost of over 2.9 million kwacha. Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu was on hand to commission the classroom block.
We are commissioning 10 Constituency Development Fund projects here in Chilubi District, procured at a total cost of 2,988,083 kwacha. The Constituency Development Fund projects we are commissioning today, ladies and gentlemen, are a testament to our commitment as government under the leadership of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, to improving the lives of the citizens of this district. And I am confident that these projects will be a source of pride for our district for many years to come.
Chilubi District Commissioner Risto Mushembe promised government commitment to develop all areas in Chilubi.
Tatulefumyako inchende nanguimo elo tatulelolesha pankanda ya muntu nangu ifikansa fya chalo efya sangwa amoyo.
Rosemary Chimbini, who is Chilubi Council Chairperson, has a request to government.
Abana besu balaya kwa mchinshi bambibaya ku Santa Maria. In the end bamwalafirwa no kusambilila because of the distance. So I'm urging you PS that come next year we need a secondary school. Yes.
Geoffrey Piri reporting for Zanis in Chilubi District.
Thank you, Geoffrey, for that report. Now, Shibuyonji District Commissioner Alfred Shaputu has flagged off distribution of inputs under the Farmers Input Support Program FACIP. The program is targeting to benefit 8,050 farmers in the district. Here's a report from Central Province.
Farmers in Shibuyonji District can now rejoice as the distribution of farming inputs has officially begun. Shibuyonji District Commissioner Alfred Shaputu flagged off the distribution of the farming inputs under the Farmer Input Support Program at a ceremony held at Shibunji Food Reserve Agency shed yesterday, where he reaffirmed government's commitment to improve food security in the country.
The government has come up with another solution or program that they can get the loans. They can get the loans up to 5 hectares. Each per hectare is 10,000. So if one is planting 5 hectares, it will be 50,000 kwacha. And you will have access to these fertilizers, which are cheap. For example, now, farmers are getting some 9 bags with the maize at 6,981 kwacha. What more when you have 10,000 kwacha? You get more bags. What more if you have 20,000 kwacha? You get more bags. So farmers now should not even worry about the fishing. They should go to the other, the newly introduced loans. That's how it was when we were growing. There was numbers.
The distribution of farming inputs is being done through a network of 26 agro-dealers. And Robert Kapea, who represented the agro-dealers, had this to say.
Fertilizer na mills nishi fertilizer kuyambira lero so bose bamene muri apa bamene mwabwera kuyambira lero muzaenda na fertilizer ili 8 yamene muzasanka kuti mutenge 8 nishi na mbeu mutenga mbeu ingati ya 10 kg ingati yomwe. Government somewhere there, of course including my boss here, the district commissioner, from today they will be watching what will be happening in Shibuyunji as people started collecting the inputs.
Meanwhile, farmers who redeemed the inputs after the flagging of ceremony expressed their gratitude for the early delivery of the inputs by government.
Maningi agambwa kwamba government yaleta muzezwa kuti kwalima makokoto edebuya kwefarani. Mama farmers bakali kuchitaba wala fertilizer tabalimi bali kuba reluctant. They used to sell fertilizer balajilega akamboka muda wabika oyo banogulima limwe agutola ma bags ya wefarite wanobuhi kubantu bambile ki private sectors.
Our government muzezo ngo waleta wa government wa contract bonding okwamba ati twamana kulima ale machele ngutwalima kwa twaulisha ku food reserve kuti muzezo ngupo tumaningi to my side as I'm representing all farmers. It's the good idea because ilakita promote wambati bantu manokusebenza changuzo kwa maana bobo ilakita promote wambati in our country we have more secure, we have food security. Kuti in near future even minimum price will come down ilauza punch because kamba wambati bantu bakumana kulima machibera abo barawita buti baragolisha ku FRA. So kuti uyu muzezo ngubo tumaningi mburugu bazulwangu na mlishi Shibuyunji camp. We are very happy amuzezo waleta bani ba government kuti ijina jazumana na ujitika mu gishi cha Zambia we can have more food and nzaranga ya panshi mu gishi cha Zambia. So
government has confidence that the FISIP program will boost agriculture productivity in the district. Tina Kavamba reporting for Zanis in Shibunji District, Central Province.
Still in agriculture news, Chisamba District Commissioner Joe Mboyoma has tasked agriculture officers to intensify monitoring of the implementation of the Farmer Input Support Program, FISP. Mr. Mboyoma says there is need to ensure beneficiaries are utilizing the farming inputs for the intended purpose. Linda Mupemo reports that the district commissioner said this when he flagged off the collection of farming inputs for the 2023-2024 farming season.
Chisamba District Commissioner Joe Mboyoma has flagged off the distribution of government-subsidized farming inputs in Chisamba. The distribution of the inputs being piloted through the e-voucher system in Lusaka and Central Provinces under the Farmer Input Support Program is intended to promote food security and income levels among small-scale farmers in the country.
This is government fertilizer, no selling. Mulimi. Just give up that fertilizer so that genuine farmers pick it up. We want to see a lot of maize produced, leading to cheap and affordable meal.
Arake Hussein is one of the agro-dealers supplying farming imports in Chisamba.
As suppliers and agro-dealers, we've been given a chance to prove ourselves that we are able to deliver through this modality. And so what I can urge my fellow suppliers and the agro-dealers is that please let us make sure that we don't redeem where we don't have the inputs.
Beneficiaries are happy with the development.
2023 chisamba twatalika kuwesa fertilizer ai so twalumba maningi kumfulumende su.
Linda Mopemo, Zanis, in Chisamba.
And Mpulungu District Commissioner Gerhard Sikazwe has expressed happiness with the ongoing distribution of farming inputs for the 2023-2024 farming season. Mr. Sikazwe, who inspected the distribution of the inputs, says most farmers in far-flung areas have collected their inputs. We have more in this report by Christine Muselu.
The provision of inputs under the Farmer Input Support Program, FISIP, is one of the ways government has been supporting small-scale farmers in the country. In Mpulungu, the Ministry of Agriculture has distributed the farm inputs to most of the farmers.
The distribution of farming inputs under FISIP in 2023-2024 is going on well. So far, we have distributed over 70% of D-compound and 81% of urea. Then when it comes to the distribution of the seeds, with the maize seed, we are at 94% distribution, so our farmers have the maize seeds to plant for this season. So the only challenge we have with the other suppliers who are yet to supply the remaining inputs. We're just urging the remaining suppliers to supply the inputs as soon as possible so that our farmers can collect the inputs before we start receiving heavy rains.
District Commissioner Gerhard Sikazwe, who inspected the distribution of inputs, is impressed with the program.
The time that farmers expected the fertilizer to be in is already there. Farmers are very happy, they are impressed with the time, and as you can see there, we are expecting coming next week, every farmer will collect the input. Going forward, we expect the same as earlier indicated by His Excellency, the President, that he will look after the farmers.
Farmers are happy that the program has been done in good time.
Fertilizer,
Christine Mselo, reporting for Zanis in Mpulungu.
That report from Mpulungu brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, we revisit the headlines. Zambia Correctional Service flags off sale of Millie Mill. Hailstorm destroys infrastructure in Kabwe. Kalabo Council disburses over 3 million kwacha CDF loan. And Mpulungu DC happy with FISIP distribution. And that is all we had for you on this edition of Zanis News. Thank you so much for joining us, and on behalf of the entire production team, it's bye-bye for now.